Hey guys, how's it going? Companion. Today I want to review a card that you guys have seen a little bit of before. It's the Grim Patron. Now you guys know I made a video about this card. I talked about how good it is in Warrior and how it turned out that, this card with the Fix-On Warsong Commander turns out to be a pretty good combo. So much so that the ladder is flooded with this deck, and just about everybody that plays Hearthstone agrees that this is one of the best decks out there. But this is not a video talking about that. This card, Grim Patron, is actually generally an underwhelming card in Arena. And, this kind of goes through most of the classes, even like Warrior. It's rated as one of the worst possible rares in the game. In fact, for most classes, it's pretty close to Ancient Watcher. Ancient Watcher is really not that good because you don't always get an activator. Just like Grim Patron, paying 5 mana for a 3/3 that you can't actually use its ability when it dies to like 2 mana card, like just a 3/2 maybe Knife Juggler before the knife goes off. Well, that really sucks. That really sucks. So because of that, you can't actually play, you can't actually pick it. But there are a few exceptions. It doesn't really work in Warrior and Arena because you need a lot of cards to complement him, and often you don't get those cards, and when you do, you need to combo them. And combo them is hard because the cards that make Grim Patron good and most Warrior decks in Constructed good are generally awful in most situations. Like Whirlwind doesn't actually do anything in Arena most of the time. In fact, it's mostly garbage. So yeah, it kind of sucks that way. But there was some hope. People thought that Grim Patron may actually have some role in the Mage deck, because in a Mage on turn 7, you can play Grim Patron and ping him. So is that really worth it? Is that really worth it? Well, I have played enough Arena to realize that it actually is. This card is not that well rated on most Arena websites, even for Mage. Understandably, for most other classes, it is actually complete garbage. I've seen like one Priest beat me with this card, and let's call that an outlier. That's basically optimistic to try this in Priest, even with Power Word Shields and that kind of shit. It really only works in Mage. In Arena, this card is good-ish in Mage. I think it's better than these websites give it credit for, as I mentioned, and it's so because a lot of people who are playing Arena these days have also adjusted their playstyle. When new cards come in, it's not just Constructed that changes. Arena changes as well. Most players are drafting a lot more annoying garbage. Now, this has started pretty big time with GVG, but it is continued. And a lot of creatures end up being below the 3 attack threshold. And it makes it so the Grim Patron really has a decent role in Arena. If you play it as Mage, it's kind of an alternative to a Boulder Fist Ogre. While the Boulder Fist Ogre played, maybe on turn 6 instead of turn 7, but it's usually just the late game stuff. It doesn't matter too much the mana cost at that stage in the game. Playing like a Boulder Fist doesn't often threaten the board enough. Usually when you're losing against a bunch of small things. So a bunch of small things makes it so when you play a Boulder Fist Ogre, you're taking things out one at a time. When you play Grim Patron, you basically set up a situation where your opponent absolutely needs to deal with it or they're going to lose very soon. So it's kind of like a very critical state of board presence. And this is the type of situation that you sometimes see in Construct. You guys might be familiar with it, but I'm here to tell you guys, I've tried it and it actually works. I'd compare Grim Patron to being close to as good as a Boulder Fist Ogre for Mage in Arena. And that's okay, that might not be saying much, but it does set up for some fun games, and Boulder Fist Ogre is a pretty decent card in Arena, trust me. So today I want to show you guys just that. I had a Mage run where I had some reasonable success with this card, and it was largely because I was playing a fast deck, and fast decks, you basically get board control, but then you start running out of steam. And when you start running out of steam, a card like Grim Patron sometimes can be a lot more powerful than just one big dude, which often is the alternative. So, games I'll show you guys are actually consecutive. Check them out, maybe learn a few things, and maybe next time you're drafting Mage, pick that Grim Patron. It might actually turn out really well. Anything we play is wasted. We can polymorph to save 5 life, but the turn after Flame Strike is fairly important as well. We'll probably need polymorph for that. Telegraph. Telegraph? Is that what it is? Terrible play.
Put this apple on your head. Someday I'll be just like you.
Damn.
Tails off. Red alert. Put this apple on your head.
Drag no stupid!
Yeah, not the greatest of plays. These jugglers haven't done anything. 3 jugglers and mage. Haven't done a single thing in any game so far. Well, with that play, I don't believe he has, Okay.
A fight! Count me! Everyone, get in here!
Yeah, with that play, I don't believe he has a Consecrate, so... maybe the Grim Patience can bail me out. He needs Consecrate and, like, a buff.
Reporting for duty.
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
I'll put it on your head.
Okay. Okay, it still doesn't seem like a good idea.
Shields up.
12, 15, 19. Have lethal 1 and 9. Lethal lost.
I smell blood. Fire on!
Actually, I will not give him a card.
Fire on! Everyone, get in here! Everyone, get in here!
One's out on me.
Fire on! Fire on! Well played. The victory.
Okay. No, the one I missed had Blessing of Wisdom. I didn't want to give him a card. Paladino. We'll keep the tempo stuff. How can I play mage all the time? I think I average like almost 1 mage draft a day. I do like 4 or 5 arena runs a day. Is that really all the time? I don't think so.
X marks the spot.
You guys are saying how I can play the same class but a different deck
Marks the spot.
for like a few hours, like 2 hours every day, when you see other people playing Face Hunter for like 8 hours of every single day of their life against other Face Hunters in Constructed. You guys are criticizing me?
Just me and Mr. Fight.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
For the crusade!
Reporting for duty.
Join or die. Or both.
I don't want to lose board control, so I'll run a polymorph. I'd rather keep a Coda than a polymorph because I have two. It might cost me because we are going to go late game here, I believe.
A fight code. Everyone, get in here.
I killed the dude because of Quartermaster.
For the crusade!
Shields off. Red alert.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, that last attack was not a good one.
Fire on! Everyone, get in here. Everyone, get in here.
Let's see if we can make some magic happen with these Grim Patrons.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
That was the worst one, it's fine.
Fire on! Everyone, get in here. Everyone, get in here.
Got some heal action.
You preppers, Duplicate is mine.
Oh fuck.
Chugga chugga.
Fire on! Everyone, get in here. Everyone, get in here. Fire on! Fire on!
For the crusade!
Grim fucking patrons, dude. They're like fucking cockroaches.
Victory.
Rip.